Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my kiddos. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 237. Can't believe I had that many episodes. That's crazy. I got my knitting Jedi mug with pumpkin spice creamer. Today is January 5th, 2024. I might mess that up sometimes. And then, in the next few episodes of this year. Yeah, this is the first episode of 2024. Wow. And today, I already said the date. January 5th, Friday. And it is 8:53 a.m. This is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crocheting, cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. Today, it is all knitting. I have one finished object and 3 whips. I'm going to share my stats for 2023. I'm excited. I have my next cast on planned, and I'm excited about that too. And I have one acquisition. My Yarnable came in, so I will be showing that at the end of the episode. So if you do not want to see it, close your eyes. I will announce it when I'm going to show it. But I have to show it because I might cast it on this week. I don't know. Okay. I will have all the links down below. You click the word more right next to the title. Everything will drop down for you. I'll have where I'm most active, which is Instagram. I'll have my Ravelry group. All the links to all the things, the patterns, the yarns, the bags. I want to mention that I have my 2 knit-alongs, crochet-alongs, make-alongs, whatever you want to call them, over in my Ravelry group. We have Knit All of the Scraps 2024 and Knit All the MKALs. I don't know if I have 2024 on that. I probably do. Knit All the MKALs. All of the rules are over there. I don't want to talk about it too much because these are year-long knit-alongs. They end December 31st. The Knit All the Scraps is kind of, you just knit your scraps. That's it. Knit or crochet the scraps. I did put FO threads. I have FO threads and chatter threads over in my Ravelry group. And Knit All the MKALs is just knit Stephen West MKALs, any of his MKALs. Which I did cast one on. Oh, I'm excited. So the rules, I'll have some rules down below, but I think all the rules are over my Ravelry group, and I will also have that linked down below. Okay, I think we're gonna do my stats first because I'm excited. I always like watching people's first episodes of the year where they tell the stats and how much stuff they made. I don't know, it just gets me excited. Not that I'm not comparing to other people. I just like to hear all the numbers. I like the data. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. I have my little notebook here. Green. Oh, I didn't say what I'm wearing. This is my Penguono by Stephen West. It got chilly. It's like, oh, Mother Nature's like, oh, it's January. Let's be cold again. I think it's I forgot, but I checked this morning. I think it was 28 or something. I'm like, ooh, that's chilly. Okay, so December. We'll do December stats first, and then we'll do year-round. I added 460 grams. Oops. But that's going to change because I dropped one of my Freckled Whimsy clubs. Because 3 is too many. And out of grams out was 627. So that was good. Let's see, how many socks did I knit in December? I feel like it was all socks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pairs of socks. And 1 pair of mittens. I have my sticky notes on the other side, but there we go. Wow, that's a lot of socks. 8 pairs of socks. All right, are you ready? First, I'm gonna show you how many items I knit. I have it on a sticky note here. So I had a total of 92 finished objects. Wow, 92. That's bonkers. So there was one miscalculation. I don't know how it happened, and I'm not going through it. I have a spreadsheet where I keep track of all of like all my FOs and all my grams in, my grams out. I love that spreadsheet. My husband made it for me. Also, my purchasing is on there too, and that was very, very helpful. So on my Instagram, I said I knit 73 socks, but in my spreadsheet, it was 72. So I don't know if sometimes when I post my socks, my finished socks on Instagram, I might have skipped a number. I might have missed a pair of socks. I did go through my, my notebook here and my spreadsheet, and my notebook and my spreadsheet said the same thing, but my Instagram didn't. So I don't know. So I'm just going to say 72 socks because 72 stitches. All right, so that was my big one. Surprised? I'm not surprised. All right, we have 72 pairs. Those are pairs. I think I mentioned I knit 70 some pairs, and people are like, no, it's probably 143. I don't know. Is that 144? It'd have to be an even number. 144 socks? Is that what 72 plus 72 is? I think so. If not, whatever. It's early. It's too early to math. So we have 72 socks, pairs of socks. We have 4 shawls. One of those was crocheted, I believe, because I used my Advent. 4 pairs of mittens. 2 sweaters. This was one of them. 2 cowls. 1 hat. 1 pair of pants. Do you guys remember the pants? I love those things. I haven't worn them that much because they're really warm. I was thinking that they would be like freezing, or they wouldn't be very warm because it's just fingering weight, but oh man, those things are warm. So when it's like 0 degrees outside, those babies are coming back out. 1 pair of pants, 1 blanket, and I did 5 crocheted slippers for my dad. The blanket was my daughter's. Yeah. The sweaters was the Penguono, and the other one was the Garter Marler cardigan by Stephen West. I don't remember what shawls I knit. I know I did the MKAL. I know I did the shifting chevrons and the crocheted one. I don't know what that other one was. I bet it was my Aurora Cabin, that beast of a shawl. I bet that was my other one. So yeah, that is my stats. And I think this year, I don't put goals on myself. I just knit whatever I want. But as of this moment in time, I can predict socks, of course, shawls, and probably mittens. I did some cleaning over the weekend, and I don't need any more hats. Nobody in this house needs any more hats, so I don't know if I'll be making any more. Unless I want to do like a Scrappy Osselberg hat. I love that hat. I have 2 of those. 2 Scrappy ones, so I don't know if I really need another hat. So, I don't know. I don't need any more cowls either, and I'm probably not going to do any sweaters or cardigans. Because I've been living in this one. I've been living in my Penguonos. I haven't worn my Garter Marler that much because it's made out of Felici, and we're not going to get into it. But every time I get it out, it makes me mad. Which is a bummer because it's a beautiful cardigan, and it's very oversized and cozy. So maybe someday I'll get over the Felici fiasco and get it out. But my Penguonos, I love them so much. Okay. I don't know if I'll finish a blanket this year. but I will definitely be working on blankets. That's another item I forgot, blankets. Okay, are you guys ready for my grams in and grams out for the whole year? Now, there was some yarn that I destashed that I haven't done yet. I really need to get on that. I have some Desert Vista Dye Works yarn that needs to go bye-bye. I'm not gonna knit it. And her monthly sock club, this is the last year, so I feel like if I don't get rid of it soon, I don't know if anybody's gonna want it. I don't know, we'll see. So I minus that from my total grams out because I didn't really knit it, but it was out of my stash. Even if I took it out, I was over. I knit more out of my stash than I gained, which was the goal. So high five. All right, grams in my stash. This is kind of, I don't want to say embarrassing, but it's like, ooh, I need to rein it in this year. I don't know, it seems like a lot. Maybe for some people it is. For some people it's like, that's nothing, but it's okay. Grams in, 7,850. That is equivalent to about 85 and a half skeins. So I divided that by 100 gram skeins. There was some advents and sock sets. So yeah, I don't even remember how many advents I bought, but 85 and a half skeins. If I can control my spending this year, I think I will average like maybe 40 for the year, which would be awesome, but I don't know. I don't know. I am not making any promises. I am not going to, this no yarn budget, it's not going to fly. I'm going to buy yarn. I mean, come on. Do I need yarn? No, but, so I set myself a goal, set myself a budget. If I do go over that budget, it's fine. Usually it evens out, but yeah, I'm gonna buy less advents this year. And I have my 3 clubs. I'm gonna stick to my 3 clubs, my 1 advent from Freckled Whimsy, and maybe 1 mini skein advent. I don't know, we'll see. All right, back to the stash. Grams in was 78 and a half skeins. Grams out, are you ready? Drum roll. I'm not gonna do drum roll. 11,557 grams. So I'm not gonna look at the grams in, I'm just gonna look at that because that is excellent. That averages about 115 and a half skeins. So I'm going to keep this sticky note in my book, and we are going to, I'll have to write 2023 on this so I remember in my notebook here, but 115 grams out of my stash. So I knit more than I was in. I don't know how many that is, but anyway, I was in the negative for 2023, so I'm taking it. We're not going to worry about how many skeins I bought because, you know, yarn makes me happy, and obviously I needed happiness. All right, so that is my stats, and I am already negative. This is my January. I added my clubs in there. I do not have any finished objects for 2024 yet. I'm getting all nervous. I mean, not really nervous, just like maybe anxious because people are posting first FO of 2024. And it's like, I don't have any, and it's the 5th. That's because I've pretty much finished everything in December and I had to start fresh. So, yep. The no yarn buying is going good. I just bought my clubs. It's kind of a bummer that the clubs renew on the 1st, so I can't say, oh, I made it 6 days without buying yarn in 2024. didn't make it a day. All right, that is my stats. We will get on with finished objects. Are you ready? 15 minutes in. I forgot to mention in the beginning, put a little stitch marker, progress keeper in your knitting, and let's see how much you can knit. I was going to say that beginning, and I forgot again. I have no idea how long this is, but you know because you're watching it. All right, finish object number 1. These I finished. This was the last FO of 2023. So I'm going to say this is pair 72. Oh, look at those. I believe I had this sock done last week, so I finished this one. All of my socks are 64 stitches. These ones have 15 rows of 2x2 rib. I usually do 12 rows. They are all vanilla socks on Magic Loop by Cave the Crazy Sock Lady. 64 stitches, US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter. And this is Opal scraps. I had 2 Opal advents from 22 and 23. Yep. There might be, I think this color was not in the advent because I did my mom's socks. And these 2 stripes right here, that was socks I made for my mom. But I think the rest of them are from the advent. And these are a gift for Amy. I asked her, I'm like, do you like Opal yarn? It's kind of, you know, scratchy. She's like, I've never had any. So I'm like, we're gonna try it. So these are for her. I think I did 50 rounds for the leg. And 15 for the cuff, I believe. So these will be her birthday present. Her birthday, it just works out. Her birthday's in June. And then, so I like to make her like a box of socks for her birthday and like a box of socks for Christmas. So I like to do 6 pairs for her birthday and 6 pairs for Christmas. So she has like 1 pair a month. Love it. So I'm getting started. I'm done. I'm not done. That's her first pair. I am getting started is what I'm trying to say. Oh, my foot's falling asleep. And that is my only finished object. That's it. I would have had my next sock cast on finished, but I got sucked into a new whip, and yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, whip number 1, Mountain State Stitches. Oh, I'm going to steal a sock blocker because I have a hoe. These are going to be for my mom for Christmas. I think this is her 2nd pair. I like to make her 4 pairs for Christmas. She wears her socks just like in the winter months. Amy, she wears hers all year round. I don't know how she does it. She must have, I think she has her air like really, really low. It was like summertime, I can't even wear my socks in the summertime. All right. So that's why I make her more than my mom. And I think I've been making my mom's socks before I made Amy's socks. I don't remember. So we have West Yorkshire spinners in the Nutcracker colorway. I think I showed these last week and I said I'm going to cast them on. Even though it's Christmas. It's like, I'd rather do these now than later. I knit myself a pair of these, so we're going to have matching socks. So we have 1 done. Oh, it's beautiful. I don't know if you can see. Well, yeah, there you go. There is sparkle, and it's gold. It's gold stellina. Oh, it's beautiful. She loves the sparkly socks. So, and I got markers right here. If you're curious about those, I will link a video down below. But I take them from the first sock, put them on the second sock, so I bet you can tell where I'm at on my second sock. So I knit, so I took this skein, it was in a ball, I caked it up, divided it in half, you don't have to do that, but I like to do that in case I just like, if we're gonna be doing something, or I don't normally leave my house, but I like to make sure if I'm like almost done with the first sock that I can just cast on immediately and not wait until this one is done. So I knit from the outside of the cake, and I start at my cuff. And when I get to my heel flap, I pull from the center of the ball. And I just do my heel flap, I do my heel turn, and then I cut that yarn, and then I go back from the outside of the skein and just knit the rest of the sock. So that's how it keeps its pattern repeat. Yes, these 2 to 3 stripes are a little bit skinnier because of your gusset stitches, but that's how I do it. For self-striping, you don't have to. Yeah. And I don't know how this worked out, but we have the cuff is like these 3 colors. We have green, red, and that gold color. We have green, red, and gold. They go in the opposite direction because I'm pulling from the inside. And then the toe is green, red, and gold. I don't know how I did that. So the second sock, I'm hoping that I planned that out for the heel. I did have to rip out like some colors, but I have plenty yarn. My light's flashing. Good grief. So here we go. I already told you my needles and all that. And here is the second sock. I have 45 rows and a toe left. Man, if I had one more day, I could have finished this. So here we go. I got my gusset. And these ones don't match. So we have green, blue, and gold. Green, blue, and gold. So here we are. Yeah. The plan is we're going to my parents tomorrow, so I think I might put these on hold today and start my next pair of socks. At least get the cuffs done, and then maybe I'll go back to these. But these will be done tomorrow, definitely. I could have them done today if I just worked on them, but this is my only like on the go. This is my only sock whip, and when I'm getting this close, it's like I need to cast on another one. My next 2 projects are not really portable, so here we go. This is that. Love it. And this will be the second pair for my mom for Christmas. I usually make her 4, so after this I'll be half done. Excited. And I really want to get these done so I can put them in my spreadsheet. It's very motivating to, for me anyway, to have a spreadsheet and like enter numbers in and see like see my stats. I also added something. I asked my husband. He's the one that made the spreadsheet. I'm not good with Google Sheets whatsoever. So I'm gonna have to, in my grams out, I'm gonna label what each item is, and then I'll have like a running total of like how many items I've made for the year. I had to go back. I wanted to do that for this year. I had to go back through all of my finished objects and type what everything was. That was kind of a pain, but I was curious. So that's how I keep track. I do have a couple like Ravelry pages of items, but I don't do one for every pair of socks. I just can't. That's just too many. Because they're all the same. And it just seems silly to me. So I don't do, if there is a project page for a sock, it's probably because I'm putting it in a knit along on Ravelry. But yeah. That's that. That's that whip. All right, whip number 2. Oh, I got my big bag out. This is Fate's Thread. Mario. Love it. So I cast on the Marled Magic Shawl by Stephen West. This was one of his MKALs. And I love this thing so much. It's really, I'm at a section where it kills my hands. It is seed stitch. This is seed stitch. It bothered me on this too. But I was using a US 10 10 and a half, and I thought it was the big needles. This, I'm using a US 8. It still hurts my hands, so it's not the needles, it's the stitch. I don't like it. I don't like knitting it, but it looks so good. So I'm just trying to power through it. I remember one day, I think it was maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm like, ouch. I worked on it for like 3 hours and I was fine until like 2 or 3 o'clock and my hands were just like ached. I'm like, okay, we can't be doing this anymore. So I tried to just do, I think yesterday I did like 3 repeats and that was plenty. Probably 2 is enough. And that's only like 8 rows is 2 repeats. And it's like, this thing's gonna take forever. It's okay. Oh, I am tangled, so give me a moment. I finished section 1 and I'm like maybe close to half done with section 2. And after reading the pattern, section 2 or 3 is you can continue with seed stitch or do brioche. And I'm like, after this seed stitch, I'm like, nope, I'll figure out the brioche. I don't know which way it's supposed to be. I think it's this way. Okay, it's a really tangled mess. You're like, just show us already. Oh, look at this. So this is like a mesh section. I held one, this is 2 strands of figuring weight held together. For this section, I used one main color and then I just did stripes. And I try to keep them in the green blue family. Oh, look at that. That section was fine. A lot of yarn overs. I had to, you know, really pay attention to what I was doing. But that section was fine. It's kind of big, but I think it's supposed to be. Love it. So here is section 2, and oh my, look at this. I love just like going through my scraps. This one is, he has a name for it. I think this one's called Steady Marl, and this one's Fading Marl, I think. So I'm holding 2 strands, obviously. I knit with 2, I drop 1, pick 1 up, knit with those 2, drop the first one. So it's more of a fading. And we have Stuart is back. Do you guys remember Stuart? There he is. Stuart's back. And he has the perfect, you know, face on this, you know, because look at that. I think I went from purple, light purple, hot pink, yellow, and now we're going to like creams. Then we're gonna go grays, dark grays. I'm just winging it. But I feel like that's like half done, maybe. Really close to half done. So my goal is to finish section 2 this week, but we'll see. I'm not gonna work on it today. I'm taking a break today. I'm taking a break tomorrow. Maybe Sunday I will get it back out, which it's a bummer. I really want to work on it, but I don't want to hurt my hands. So here we are. Oh, I love it so much. So I will move Stuart, and he is from Twin Mountain Handcrafts. Get another close-up of him. He was a Halloween one, so you probably can't get it now, but he is my absolute favorite. So I will move my marker, and I'll try not to move it because I have been doing Instagram posts like, here, I did this much this morning. So I don't know, I might have an oopsie and move him accidentally, but remember that I was in the yellows. And yeah. Oh, and this part's gonna be so fun. I have been weaving my ends in for this section. But this section right here, I have it tied right here. Look at this. We're gonna do something fun with this. I already know, but because this was a mystery. I don't remember what year it was. But we're gonna poke these yarns to the front and we're gonna do like a braid all along the middle here. Ooh. There's gonna be a braid right in the middle, and then there's gonna be a tassel right at the end with the extra. That's why it's really long. Which is another reason why I wanted greens, because of that. But I have to do the section up here before I could braid it. So whenever I finish that section, I'll probably just go ahead and braid it, and so it will be like not in my way, because it's kind of bulky right now. But that's it. We will see if I can get section 2 done. I think there's 8 sections. I'm going to be doing the large one because, yeah, I can't wait to finish that and obviously wear it with the grams out. Oh, it's gonna be huge because it's fingering weight. I'll double. Oh, it's gonna be hefty. All right, and my last whip is my blankie. I did work on it a little bit. A lot of you were like, I don't care what you work on, just show me. So that's what I'm gonna do. Whatever I work on, I will show you guys. This might be a long time whip. Are you okay with seeing it every week? This is the Coziest Memory by Kemper Ray. It is a fingering weight pattern, but I am holding fingering weight double. I am using US 4s, my signatures. Love these things. So sad that they're not in business anymore. Tear. I got all my scraps. This is in Della Q bag that my friend got me. I'm just, at some point, my blanket kind of fits in here right now, but as my blanket gets bigger, this is just going to be the bag that my scraps live in, I think. I got my scissors snapped on there. Okay, I added 4 squares this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are at 9 squares. I might do 12 and C, or maybe 15. I'm thinking it's going to be wide. It's either going to be 12 or 15. 10 doesn't seem big enough, so I don't know. We'll see. So here we go. I'm just doing the first row right now. There we are. I did put markers on the squares that I did do for this week. So there they are. This one was a gift. I have no idea what that one is. I'm pretty sure she told me, but I forgot. This one was a Harry Potter advent from Yarn Cafe Creations or Dragon Horde Yarns. Don't remember. And these two were teal torch knits. These were a Scrappy advent that Amy made for me last year. Love it. I'm doing 40 stitches by 40 stitches. No, I'm not. I'm doing 20 by 20 stitches, 40 stitches total. Oh my, that's 40 by 40. That would be one big square. That'd be like, yeah. It'd be 4 squares would be 1. No, we're not doing that. And I weighed the first square that I did, and it was I think it was 7.7 grams. I think that's what it was. So I am just making sure that when I pull out a scrap, it's at least 8 or 9, 10 grams, so then I know I have enough. And when I do my second row, I will weave these in. I like to weave in when I have 4 squares. So when we do the next row is when I will start to make sure that I do however many squares I plan to do in that sitting, and then weave in ends. But oh, I really love this. I haven't worked on this since this weekend. I think I did. Yeah, I did 4 squares on Saturday and Sunday. 2 on one day, 2 on the other day. So I'll probably get this back out on Sunday. So I might not have that many squares. we'll see what happens today. I don't know, maybe I'll put in a square today. Love it. I think that's it. I do have a project page for this, so if you're curious about anything else, it should be in there. And did I say fingering weight out double? I think I did. And I'm just holding it with itself. I'm not. At some point, there might be some that I will be marling with 2 strands. I need to try. I have, Amy got me some like 5-gram minis, and I'm curious to see if I hold 2 5-gram minis, if it will make a square for me. I'll just have to marl it. So if that's the case, I might have some marled squares in there, but a lot of those were like really, really close together, so you probably won't be able to tell that I mixed 2 colors. All right, that is all of my whips. That's it. All right, I'm going to show you my next cast on because I'm excited. I don't know, it might be done next week. We'll see. I'm going to do some Scrappy socks. I'm going to do matching Scrappy socks. I have this bin right here has a lot of 50-gram skeins, which is not quite enough for socks for me. I mean, long socks, but usually shorties. But I haven't been wearing, like over this summer, I didn't wear my shorties very much. So I don't know if I'm going to make any more. I don't know, we'll see. So I just picked out 3 skeins. They're all rainbow. And I'm gonna stripe them. Oh, excited. And these are gonna be a gift. And if I like them enough, I have plenty to make myself a pair, which will probably be the case because these are beautiful. So this one is, I don't have a tag for this one, but I'm pretty sure this is a Mustache Yarn Light Bright. Love it. And this one is Night Owl Fibers Monopoly. It's like a pastel rainbow. And this is also Night Owl Fibers Reading Rainbow. So my plan is to do a repeat of one color on both socks, and then picking up another color, doing a repeat, picking up another color and doing a repeat, and then just going back to the first one. I haven't decided. I don't know how many stripes there are for this ones, for these. I feel like the mustache might be a big repeat. I don't know. Or I might not do a full repeat. I don't know. I wanted to do a full repeat so that when I do the first sock, I can just go ahead and do the second sock. I'm going to do these tandem on 2 different needles. Yeah. I don't know which order I'm doing them in. It might be, I might start with Reading Rainbow, Monopoly, and then this one. I think. And then the heels are the heels, I'm not sure. I might do heels and toes. Or just heels. Excuse me. I have these 2. I found these in my stash. These were Hue Loco's glow stick collection that I never really used. And I'm not sure about the light one or the dark one. The dark one has a lot of like purple, greens, pinks, blues. It has a lot of like rainbowy colors. And this one just is like pinks, teals, light purple, and there's some like black speckles in it. My lighting's not great, but I'm leaning towards this one for the heels and the toes. But I thought with some striping, I like the speckles and the variegated as the heels and toes because I made those Christmas socks, if you remember. Oh, I love those. So I'm gonna try to replicate those. We'll see. I guess it depends on where my... Oh, let's see if I can do this. I don't know. I think it might be that one. Let's see. So that is the plan. Those are the ones that I am like very eager to start. And that's probably going to happen today. Because if we go to my parents', I want to have the cuffs done, and then it'll be pretty easy. that is my next sock whip, and I'm excited for it. All right. Oh, I gotta put my needles back in my blanket bag. All right, that is my dream knitting, or my next cast on. It's all my whips. I'm going to show my Yarnable. So if you do not want to see it, close your eyes. First, I will show the goodies, and then I will show the yarn last. So if you don't want to see the goodies either, you can either, stop this, fast forward, go take a bathroom break, switch the laundry, I don't know. Okay, I was surprised. Look at this. We got a big bag of caramels. Pecan caramels. Fun fact about me, I don't know if this is gonna cause me issues or not. Since I've gotten older, pecans, cashews, almonds, walnuts, peanuts, peanut butter gives me heartburn so bad, and it makes me sad because I love nuts. So I don't know if these are going to cause me issues. I think peanut butter is like the biggest thing. It's like I can't have a peanut butter sandwich. But I can eat Reese's like peanut butter eggs and the Reese's pumpkins. I can eat those fine. So maybe that's not real peanut butter. I don't know. That's the fun fact of the day. I'm not allergic to them. It is heartburn. Oh man. Okay, next goodie is a Progress Keeper. It's 2024. It has a little clock on it. This says midnight, and then it has 2024. Love it. And this was the one I'm like really excited about. It kind of got shuffled in the bag, but these will be really helpful if I remember to get them out. So they're little markers that have large numbers on them. So when you're casting on like a blanket or a shawl, you count 100 stitches and then you put 100. You do another 100 stitches, you put 100, and then you do 50. Then you put the 50. So then you're like, all right, I have 250 stitches. That's what I need. Let's go. I thought that was very clever. I love it. Yeah. So I just got to remember to put these somewhere because there are times when I do big blankets and these would be helpful. All right, that is the goodies. Nothing stinky and smelly this time. The caramels are made in Utah. So I'll probably have to eat just one of them and then see what I think it's the amount, as long as I don't eat a bunch. But I remember eating a peanut butter sandwich when we had the power out because I didn't have anything else to eat. I ate 2 of them, and oh man, that was the worst. That was the worst day ever. All right, I'm going to show the yarn now, and this yarn is beautiful. I really want to cast this on too. So look away. I'm going to show it. All right. 1. Actually, you're supposed to count backwards, aren't you? All right, I'm going to show it in 3, 2, 1. There is, I'm not going to read it. I'll just see if you guys can read it. If not, I will tell you at some point. My camera's not the greatest. I think you can read it. Oh my, it's so beautiful. These are going to be for me. Yes, yes. I'm excited. All right. I am not showing it anymore. I'm done. So you can open your eyes. But yeah, I might be. I don't know if that'll be my next sock cast on. I feel like my last my last 3 pairs of socks. Or wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. My last 4 pairs of socks have been gifts, so I feel like I should treat myself to a sock. But I am just like really motivated to finish. Oh my gift knits. Yeah, I'm really motivated. Amy's, I'm not worried about because I was trying to do like 1 pair a month for her. And I already have 1 done for January. So, and that those scrappy ones are going to be for her. So those will be February. So I might be getting a little ahead, but that's okay. Yeah, so I have 2 pairs of socks for my mom left after the ones I showed you. Yeah. And then after those 2, I will have 4 left for Amy. So I got this. Might not have as many socks because I have that shawl, or the shawl might be on my needles for 2 months, which is probably a possibility because there is another seed stitch section in that shawl. I'm like, I wonder if I'll cheat and do like garter. I'll have to see what section it is. Maybe I'll cheat and do stripes, garter stripes or something. I don't know. That's a thought. Because this shawl is like there's like textures everywhere. There's brioche, there's mesh, there's seed stitch. I'm gonna have to think about that. That's a good idea. All right, I have reading and watching real quick, and then we will end this because, ooh, it is 9:38. We have 46 minutes. I hope you're getting a lot of knitting done. My reading and watching and life stuff will be very, very minimal. Reading. I am still reading A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Is it Maas? M-A-S-S? There's M-A-A-S. That's what it says. I'm like half done reading that on my Kindle. I'm really enjoying it. Just not reading a lot during the day. My kids still had this week off. They go back on Monday. So we'll talk about that in a little bit here. Watching. I finished Doctor Who season 6. That was the last season of Doctor number 2. So I am now watching Doctor number 3, season 7, and this one is in color, and it's really weird because I was so used to the black and white. They did have some in animation, I think, that were in color. I think they lost the not the audio, the picture, the visual of the shows. But they had the audio, so they went back and redid them, and I really love those episodes too. But so they were mostly black and white, and now we're in color, and we have a new doctor. So I'm kind of like, what is going on? And I'm watching those on Tubi, Tubi. Those are free. There is ads. And my husband and I finished 6 Feet Under, season 2. I believe. Are we watching it? No, I don't know. I don't think we finished it. I think we're on it. We're watching it right now. Pretty sure we're watching it. We're watching season 2. I think we're on episode 9. So we're probably almost done with season 2. What we're watching after that? No idea. So that's it for reading and watching. Life stuff. I told you about the weather. It's getting cold. We potentially are in for a winter storm on Tuesday, which means the kids will go back to school on Monday, and they'll probably have Tuesday and Wednesday off. No. My husband said he had to go into the office on Tuesday, and I'm like, oh, I almost had a whole day to myself. Almost. Had the house to myself all day. But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't know. Maybe he's going to change his mind and not go. I'm not sure yet. So we have some snow coming, potentially. We were going to have some on Saturday or Sunday, but now it's not looking that way. It looks like east of us is getting like most of it. So it moved a little too far, so we're not getting any of it, which is kind of a bummer because I was kind of looking forward to staying home. We stayed home last weekend. I know. I have to get out of the house once in a while. I think on Sunday we're gonna, Sunday we're gonna take down our tree. It's still up. I just haven't got the it's not really bothering me yet, but I think it's time. I think it's time to take down my tree. What else? Oh, we got some not so good news, which irritates me. I know some people are like, oh, I wish I could do that. I want to do that. I'm like, and another reason why I did 4 squares in my blanket, I was stressing out. In the mail Friday last week, I got a jury duty summons in the mail. And it only mildly irritates me because I feel like in this form I filled out, I know it's probably random, but it doesn't feel random. I will tell you why it does not feel random. Ever since I had my kids, I have been called anywhere between 2, probably 4 or 5 years. I've been called ever since my kids have been born. I think the first, survey I had, I said I was a stay-at-home mom, and I feel like that was like flagged. This person doesn't work. They could totally do this all the time. I remember, I don't know which kid it was. It might have been I had a kid recently, and I think I got this thing in the mail when they were like 2 months old or 3 months, and I was breastfeeding. And I said, I can't do this. I have a 3-month-old. My husband goes to work. I have nobody to take care of the children. So they said, okay. But then I got summoned like 6 months later or something. They don't give me a break. So then my husband had to take the day off to watch the kids when I did that. I was like, oh, that's irritating. Now they're a little bit older. I understand. This is a, duty that you should feel grateful for, but I don't. I hate it. I don't like people. I don't like people. So I'm mildly irritated about this. I think the last time I was called was either 2018 or 19. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was like before COVID. So this is a long stretch. So I'm grateful for that. But I was like, will you stop picking on me? For real. My husband has been called once. This is like my 6th or 7th time. I don't know. Maybe I should play the lottery or something. Maybe I should play the lottery. So I'm not happy about that. I'm also not happy that I read the little form and it said you cannot bring crochet hooks or knitting needles. What is this saying? Like, if I can't bring my knitting, I'm not going? Oh, I'm so mad. I'm just gonna have to sit there. I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna be so bored. I understand for like, if I get picked, and also I have never been picked. I think I was on like picked the top 8. I think it was just 8. And I was like sweating bullets. Oh my gosh, I was so nervous. The introvert in me, this is not good. I think I was so nervous. I was trying to answer the questions and they excused me. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is horrible. So that is in February. 2 weeks, they did change it. It's 2 weeks instead of a whole month. I have to either call or look on a website every day to see if they need me. I do not have any clothes. I don't have any dress clothes. I'm just gonna wear what I usually wear. They're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm not wearing jeans. A lot of people wear jeans, so I don't care. No, I don't care. It's gonna be February. I've had it. So sorry if that offends anybody, but I think after like 7 times, this is enough. It's enough, okay? Leave me alone. And then you tell me I can't knit. I understand if I get picked and during the trial, I wouldn't knit then. But if I'm just sitting there listening to them talk, oh my word. I understand that the system is needed, but I feel like they should have this as a profession. I know there are people out there that would like love it. And they would probably do it as a job and they would be so good at it. And then the people like me that I don't like people. I like to sit by myself. I don't want to judge you. I don't want to, I just can't. So I'm not looking forward to that. So I'm crossing my fingers. I mean, it is possible. There was 1 month that I had to call like 6 or 8 times, and they didn't need anybody. And my number wasn't picked, but they changed the rules now, so now I'm getting nervous. So cross your fingers for me that I'm not needed. That would be like the top scenario. That, oh, we're good, we don't need you. Or if I do have to go, that I'm not picked for the jury, because I don't want to be a sweaty, my face gets all red, I get all sweaty, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't do this. I can't. Anyway, that's that. 55 minutes. You're welcome. And I don't know if that's going to affect my podcasting. If I have to go in on a Friday, I'm not going to be able to record. So cross your fingers for that too. That I'm not needed on Fridays. I am happy that it's only 2 weeks and not a whole month. But does that mean they're going to call more people? And I don't even have a number. So it's like, I can't tell. Usually when you get called, you have a number, so then you can see, it's like, okay, I'm 20, I'm group 20, and they're on 5, so I'll probably have to go this week, type of thing. I don't even have that, so they change things up. I don't like it, and I don't like that I was called. My husband needs to be called at least 5 more times before I do, all right? It's not fair. It's not fair. And there's probably people out there that has never been called and really want to really bad. So I'm trying not to think about it. It's the first 2 weeks of February. So we'll see how that goes. All right, I'm going to stop rambling and complaining, and we're going to end this here. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, put them right down there. I do love reading them, and hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.